it looks, I think we're okay. If not, we're a little bit scuffed. That's okay. Hello everyone, welcome in my brand new home if you haven't seen it yet. Times have been a little bit crazy for me. I recently moved place into a brand new house. I think we're still a little bit echoey when it comes to soundproofing the living room. But don't worry, all in good time, it will be fixed. For now, I was notified that Dragonflight Legacies Chapter 3 has been released. The what I assume to be a last installment of what's happening here. Last time, Nosdormu made mention that they need the Dracthyr for something, which kind of let people wonder, like, hey, what's going on here? Is Nosdormu already on the path of becoming Muruzant? And my take on this was that he wanted to know more about Neltharion's creation of the Dracthyr. And he wanted to know more about what was going on there. There were a couple of shots not used yet from the trailer. We had a look at that in the last reaction. My expectation is that we're going to be seeing Nosdormu through the eyes of the Dracthyr to know more about their origin, their creation, potentially even a connection into relocating the Dragon Isles. But I guess all we really have is to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Epic music!
Nosdormu, wait! You have led me through all these moments in time. Yet now you ask me to guide you?
There is a blind spot in my vision of a time before Neltharion's corruption, and I believe it centers upon you. I must know why. Seek him out in your memory.
So we spoke about this during the story of the Bronze Dragonflight as well. A lot of people have been wondering, like, what about Nosdormu and the Bronze Dragonflights? Can't they see everything that is to come? Don't they know everything that's happening? But this is something that they often do when it comes to Nosdormu. It's like a blind spot. He doesn't have the power to see it. There are too many possibilities. This is what you have to do when you actually have, like, a time traveler amongst you. You either, fog up the memory, you nerf him, and in this case, they need the Dracthyr to go to that point in time. Unless he's lying, of course. He could be lying.
My general, a fierce battle. Then I was...
Yeah, see?
It was my honor to command a battalion. We executed Neltharion's will precisely. Our devotion and discipline were unmatched.
The Titan artifact.
Whoa. Is that an infinity gauntlet?
That must be the source of your unity. This was an ancient magic that bound you to his will. Would you not sacrifice yourselves at his whim?
We were soldiers. There were many threats to the world. And here was the greatest, the Primalists.
That is Razageth, the Storm Eater. One of the leaders of the Primalist Rebellion.
They struck without warning, without honor, and I lost many friends this day. We fell back, regrouped. Then, everything became...
What? He lost his control gauntlet.
jumbled, confused.
Is that Tyr's hand? Is that what they're going for? Oh, I should just watch, shouldn't I?
The artifact destroyed, and the order magic which had united the Dracthyr was dispelled. How then was Razageth defeated?
Oh, that is so cool.
So, brother, this is what you hid from us. The moment you fell from grace. In his desperation, he turned to the deepest evil. The power of the old gods.
Ha. Wait, hold on. So, Okay, so the creation of the Dracthyr is 20,000 years ago. War of the Ancients, 10,000 years ago. War of the Ancients, in which Neltharion turned like the Dragosaur against his fellow aspects, and his madness was revealed. In this, they show us that he dove deeply into the powers of the old gods in order to fight the war against the Primalist, against this Razageth. His moment where he fell from grace. Interesting. It kind of gives it a spin, which we haven't had before, which is he did not like slowly get corrupted by the whispers of the old gods, but rather he dove into it for a sacrifice, a noble heroic act. But that doesn't necessarily have to be the case, I suppose, because we still don't know what his motivation was behind the Dracthyr. Interesting.
If only we had known.
But then, why were we imprisoned? Why did we sleep for so long?
If he could no longer control the Dracthyr, he would have deemed you a risk.
No. We laid down our lives for him. He was proud of us. Why would he stop this sand? I cannot see!
Because you do not want to. Yet you can only become more than you are if you confront your past.
Quite powerful, by the way, for the deep-powered aspect. Oh. Beautiful art, by the way.
So he locked us away. Forgot we even existed. It would have been kinder to simply destroy us.
I am sorry, my young friend. We had to know the truth. But do not despair. I now believe that Neltharion locked you away because of what you might become.
What we might achieve, free of his control.
And now, you are free. This world has much to offer, and you will have a part to play in the events to come.
You spoke of an ancient enemy's return. It is Razageth and the Primalists.
Okay.
That is why we were awakened.
It seems that Neltharion yet had a purpose for you, but he is gone. You must decide which path you will take, which story you will tell.
My story will be my own.
My destiny is my own. Rawr. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, so interesting. Really like that. So the whole idea of like Nosdormu time trickery here, it does just seem to be that Nosdormu is being used as the narrative device here. The Nosdormu, the Sands of Time, we're learning about the history of not only the Dracthyr, but also Dawn of the Aspects, their whole, fall of madness of Deathwing, and then here the creation of them by Neltharion. Rather interested to see the take on this is the moment where he fell from grace, but you can take that as he is now a heroic sacrifice rather than a victim that slowly got controlled. But at the end of the day, does it matter much in the grand scheme of things? I don't think so. Not necessarily. I am still very curious. Like, okay, Neltharion made the Dracthyr, and this whole primalist enemy situation, he could foresee this. So I'm kind of interested to learn more about the gauntlet, of course, which is interesting. Really interesting. And control magic. Okay, so in that regard, I kind of wonder, because I've seen people get their collector's editions today, and in the art book that comes with the collector's edition, there's also a bit of lore. Now, that lore might make it into the game, it might not make it into the game. I really hope that they're either going to give it online to everybody, or that it is going to be revealed, all of it in-game. But it might be that in that collector's edition art book, there's actually a bit on this control magic. Perhaps, I don't know. I still need to deep dive into the information. But why I'm saying, like, hey, is that Tyr's hand? The idea behind it is that once upon a time, Tyr and the Aspects, they united against Galakrond, right? We saw that in the very first episode. But what they didn't show was that in the details, in one of the battles between Tyr and Galakrond, he actually lost his hand. So I'm kind of wondering if Neltharion, somewhere down the line, went back there, got himself the hand of their empowerer, their creator, and started to use it on the Dracthyr. This artwork, by the way, freaking awesome. Oh, it's so cool to see. So I kind of wonder if that's the artifact that we're looking at here. So with it, he used it to control the Dracthyr, make them obedient robotic army, right? And that falls in line with Neltharion's character. He would see them as puppets to be used. He would see them as powerful forces if he had them fully under control. If not, they could be a liability. Rather interesting. And Razagath, this whole Primalist threat, this is something new. I'm hoping that we're going to see more about them in the pre-event, if not, I don't know, short stories or movies. Because the Primalist, they're pretty much our main threat going into the Dragon Isles. The Primalist and Razagath, there's this history, which I don't want to dive into right now, because it does go into this territory of spoilers. But there's this history between the so-called Order magic of the Titans and the Dragon Aspects. And then these Primalist proto-dragons, the primal elements, that war that happens, that they're adding into the blanks. We're going to find out more about that during the expansion Dragonflight itself. But it's been a motivation of the creation of the Dracthyr. And they now get out of the cradles and they get to decide to make their own storylines. Yeah, I'm... like, it's not a sea shanty, it's not a Daughter of the Sea. But I still think that these are quite amazing and really enjoyable as a setup on, you know, this is what we're going to be doing at the Dragon Isles. Here are the 3 main chapters. Now it's time to get your story going. And I do believe that not this week, but the week after that, we're going to get the Dracthyr. So it lines up with, you know, you can see these episodes. This is how your adventure starts. Now go out and have fun in the next expansion. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to quickly have a look-see on the internet to see if there are any questions that people might have that have already popped up on the Twitter or like commentary that I'm going to see. If not, this is where we'll end it, and I want to say thank you very much for watching. If I got more to add, you'll see me in a moment. Right then, on to next time. Bye-bye.